Say hi to Bob and Clay, Bob and Kay rooting for Clemson. Thanks for joining us. 10 on the floor, everybody else with a nice view, and we're underway with Clemson. Our Christopher, Abby, Rose pulling for Creighton. Nice to have you. David, Daniel, Brian, Tom pulling for Clemson. The turnover. Alexander lays it in, and that's how we get the scoring started.
Very important piece. The leading scorer for this team, he and Damian Jefferson. Jefferson guarding the basketball, the transfer from New Mexico.
Scara.
Yeah, he's the tech guy.
That's my help desk.
The IT guy.
There's Vince. Get it out. Amir Sims. Or Creighton.
Hunter Tyson checks in the game really early here with Tigers.
Shot clock expires, but a second chance opportunity.
Still not a natural perimeter player, even though he plays kind of a face-up four.
Yeah, he'll have to develop as he gets a little bit older, too. He's just a sophomore. Virginia, I mean, you're already 6 down.
Well, and you know, last year, a year where Louisville's down.
Tyshawn Alexander from deep.
They match with the Creighton Bluejays.
That's who Connie's pulling for. Froling. 2 in the lane.
Can't take our first look at Marcus Zegarowski on the ball defensively, the freshman from Creighton.
Nice. This week, so he's been extremely efficient. But you know, Doug, a question in my mind is which one of these teams?
Whap!
That is deep.
That was one I was like, why is Hunter? Oh, that's why Hunter Tyson's in the game. 2 minutes into the game, I was like, man, Hunter Tyson a little bit early.
Look at this.
Hunter Tyson just steps in. He's like, yep.
Right off the beach. Clemson on that perimeter defense. The shot clock is at 8. Forced to put it up is Malik.
He has his team. They're going to play a small lineup. They need him to shoot the basketball well. Last night he got hot. And that's, sorry, from Kansas City. It's pretty far from Cambridge.
A second chance opportunity. Count it for Marquise Reed. Reed is 24 points from becoming the 40th player at Clemson with 1,000 for his career, and how about right back?
Things just got real, didn't they?
They did.
And the steal.
Scara brought his man right to the basketball.
Oh. Now it's real. Feeling your dad?
No, I'm texting my mom.
Elijah Thomas kick out. Tyson short. And there is Elijah Thomas.
Transfer from Rice. Rice is leading scorer last year.
Crumple on the block against Thomas.
No help.
Left-hand dribble.
Oh,
and
you better give him some help.
Yeah, Thomas.
Well, listen, Doug, if you're going to let a guy catch the ball, yeah, I get that. But you can't let him catch it from about 2 feet away. I mean, you got to push him off that block a little bit.
Sure.
Let's just everybody come down and shoot threes.
Steve Carter wants to know, Doug, your record for assists in a single game in college as Elijah Thomas.
The victim of that, too. I played 6 games my freshman year. You know, and I should have redshirted. I was planning on redshirting, and I got in some late games late. Going to be a freshman, and I ended up being a sophomore.
That's 2 for Marquise Reed.
Got to come up with a better fake injury.
Yeah, or just say no, right? When the coach asks you to go in.
Slip into the hoop.
Thomas and Scara. Scara out top with Cashaw on him. Mitchell feeds the post. Thomas.
There we go.
Straight to the rim.
Face up, play some on the perimeter defensively.
Little floater.
Caleb Joseph in the game. Hilton in New Hampshire, but is from Massachusetts. 2 backcourt mates from New Hampshire. Well, Joseph, Canadian, isn't he?
Scara.
Looks like he can go, too.
Alexander off the curl. Tyshawn Alexander.
So even if you miss that shot, doesn't mean it's a bad shot.
Yeah, but coming down and just getting a quick 3 with nobody to help you in transition, I'd rather them guard you. That way it takes some of the juice out of their leg. That's a connection problem.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say you're going to come out and fix it for him. No, other way you're Mr. IT in here.
Long rebound.
Wow, by Zegarowski.
That is a heck of a pass, isn't it?
Line Trapp, who's struggled in this tournament. Very good athlete for Clemson. Don't be surprised to see him crashing the glass. Nice Reed. That's a pro move.
Alexander. He's bumped going to the basket. 36-29 lead for Creighton. Zegarowski had the free run, couldn't finish, got it back.
There's Amir Sims. I mean, look, if Crumple beats you, scoring 30.
Oh, he's got 2.
Georgia State. I mean, Malik Ben-Levy, who hit 6 threes. That guy plays the center. He better get 5 for that.
Creighton will go small as well. It's Marquise Reed.
Follows his own shot, but it's Crumple on the rebound. Alexander, go ahead. Got it. Tyshawn Alexander's got 4 of those in the first half. They lead by 10 here as we approach the 1-minute mark.
Is Epperson rolling to the rim?
Oh! You serious? He does get his power from the sun, though.
Big man Crumple at the top, or Crumple getting to kind of what's called a short roll.
Alexander picks up right where he left off.
From what's called the slot, which is in between the free throw line and the free throw line extended and the top of the key.
Skara wanted the foul call.
To the baseline, not letting Tyshawn Alexander turn the corner. Once you get to the top of the key, it's more difficult.
How about that time, though?
Woo!
How good was that game, huh? That fun?
They'll get Nebraska a week later.
Huskers pretty good. Saw that Texas Tech beat them, though, last night in Kansas City.
Sims cuts it to single digits. Rick hoping that Creighton just pushes the pace.
Jefferson.
And there's Jefferson.
Sims playing the 5 against Crumple. But see, they have Sims playing the 5 and posting up. A nice little sweet move.
Nice.
And he makes it. 1 through 3 as well. So downing the ball screen.
Tyshawn
Alexander! Have yourself a game!
For the travel from Alexander. Sims for 3.
Yes,
he got it.
See, keep Crumple away from the basket. If you're going to have a stretch 5, let him play a stretch 5.
Yep. And he's capable.
Good defense by Alexander
Alexander's
against Reed.
been great on Reed. Really good on Reed.
Yep.
Mitchell with the left hand.
And even now, they can still do what they were doing with Thomas on the floor.
Reed, blocked by Epperson.
Must get a stop.
It's unfortunate, though. Clemson had momentum going, and now you're giving some free points.
Oh, he did it again. Epperson up top.
Oh, yeah. Go to work, son. Buckets.
Letting Reed get anything going. He's 4 for 13. And the turnover. It's Reed. That might get him going. Under 9 to go in the second half. Caleb Joseph, the left-hand dribble, the right-hand floater.
And Johnny Newman III just got caught up on the screen. You know, they thought they were getting Zion Williamson. He took over 5 unofficial visits and just didn't land them. It's Caleb Joseph right down Broadway.
Missouri State head coach.
And you get those former head coaches having spent time in the big chair. That's so valuable.
And Amir Sims has 3. Caleb Joseph getting extended minutes. 14 in white. Alexander, that is a deep 3.
Oh,
but why not? Tyshawn Alexander.
Matched up. Travel though.
That was, I mean.
Got away with it, went class.
New points of emphasis, and officials are on the hook to really call that stuff. And as a result, the players learn that moving screen is certainly one that's in the video. There's still enough time, enough possessions. They need to get stops here.
Alexander.
Golly, man. Leave him, and that's what happens when you get a big guy not used to guarding a shooter. They have no help off.
Trap again.
Now they're in attack.
Mintz got Sims on the hesitation.
You can't ask for better execution, though. Clemson doesn't really have is a solid three-point game that reliable shooters. You got a lot of mid-range guys. There you go.
5-point game.
Oh, wow, there.
That's a bad place to get it.
Thomas, the turnover. Mitchell,
oh my goodness.
2 more. 4-point Creighton win. 85-80 in front at the moment. Valak, the exclamation point.
Represented the Big South in the NCAA tournament last year.
I'll let him go and dribble it out.
No foul. 5-point victory for Creighton.